Hello everyone, this is Mumbo, and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 128, and today we're going to be doing a whole ton of work in this area right here. Now, I was reading through the comments of the episode where I did all of that work. Yeah, you guys brought up something that, for some reason, I've only just realised. False Symmetry is building a very similar base to that right there, or at least in its current state. Okay, the two look very similar. We've got a big stone brick hole in the middle of some water. I understand that right now, at this point in time, this just looks like a slightly smaller version of it. But do not worry, in today's episode, things are going to be changing, and this place is going to be changed completely. It is not going to look quite as prison-like or as clean cut as it currently does, because right now it is looking very, very clean indeed. We're going to be totally ruining this place, adding in loads of different blocks. We're going to be adding in like overgrown areas and everything like that. And we're basically going to start work on the actual decoration of this place. Now, this is going to be totally different from everything in my base area. So this is basically going to be like a totally new space to my base, and I think it's going to look really, really cool. Hopefully things begin to come together in today's episode, and I also hope that you guys enjoy it. And oh my word, oh god, no! Again? He was alive for about a week. I hate him. I actually hate him. Just, I wish I hadn't built him. He has caused me nothing but grief. Right, well, I think I'll revive him in the next episode. First things first, I've got to get myself a few resources, and we're going to start work on this build. So as you can see from my inventory right here, I have got what I'm going to be referring to as my ruiners down in the hotbar, and that consists of a whole bunch of cobblestone. We have got smooth stone, we've got stone slabs, we've got andesite, we've got polished andesite as well, gravel, stone brick stairs, the whole lot. And these are all going to be dotted around the build, and they're going to break up the stone brick texture. Now, I think just doing those first few blocks, I am starting to come to terms with how long it is going to take for me to do all of this. I mean, this is going to be a pretty enormous project. I just really hope it ends up looking good and also noticeable. At the time being, I mean, the only one that you can really spot from a distance is the double stone slab. So maybe I might have to add in some sort of extra blocks, a bit like that sort of thing. Like rough up the hard edges a little bit. Oh, I don't know. Alright, well, I am going to work on doing the first few layers right here, and then I guess we'll see how it looks once it's all done. So I'm nearing on around about halfway done on this project right here for the bottom layers, and I will say that progress is relatively slow, but things are coming together quite nicely. And as you can see, if we take a look around, yep, it definitely looks suitably ruined. Now, I've added in some extra blocks here and there to make the corners just a tiny bit rougher. We have all of the different blocks dotted around. I think it looks good. This definitely fits in with the sort of style that I'm going for. So let's quickly get rid of this guy right here. And I guess I'm going to continue doing this half, and then this layer right here, and then the top layer as well. Wow. So I thought I would kick things off in today's episode with a bit of a third-person time-lapse, of course, with the time-lapse chat, because you guys know what I'm like. I absolutely love just having an natter to you guys. And today, I want to chat to you guys about Minecraft. Which is, yeah, that's a pretty important topic for me, because of course Minecraft is what I do. I am 100% a Minecrafter to the maximum. I absolutely love Minecraft. I live Minecraft, so I'm very interested in everything that is going on with Minecraft. And I have seen that Jeb has been talking about the fact that they are starting development on Minecraft 1.11. 1.3 or 1.12? 1.12, of course. So they've started work on the new Minecraft update, and obviously every single time that a new Minecraft update is released or announced, my brain starts whirring as to what I would like to see in the update. Now, this one is going to be a little bit tricky, because recently we have been very spoiled with ridiculously cool features. For example, the fireworks, obviously they're amazing. The powering of the Elytra and the Elytra themselves, those are a really quite new addition to the game. But obviously, as per usual, I start to look towards the redstone side of things, and I think it would be really nice if we had dyed slime blocks. Now, this is something that I've actually talked about before in a Minecraft video, but I would love to see dyed slime blocks in the game. Now, the way that they would work is that you could dye the slime blocks various different colours, so not only would they make sort of quite cool decoration blocks, but also, obviously, the main thing is that slime blocks of different colours wouldn't interact with one another, which means that you could create insane redstone contraptions. I mean, they would get completely bonkers. Flying machines would be totally revolutionized. Any form of piston door would just get 10 million times easier to use. And also, just in general, redstone contraptions that involve lots of slime blocks, you don't have to worry about two sets of slime blocks connecting up with one another. I think it would be amazing, and I think I should just submit that as an idea. I'm just going to put it out there that I think that would be a really cool addition to the game. But of course, you guys probably have your opinions as well. I would love to hear all of them. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But let's pop back onto the Hermitcraft server. And I just want to say that time lapse, it was huge. And that right there was a monstrous, absolutely monstrous third-person time lapse. I mean, that was huge. In fact, final file of that. So the second half was 96.1 gigabytes, and then the other one was 180 gigabytes. It was a 240 gigabyte time lapse. Good heavens. Alright, so in total that took me probably about 2.5 to 3 hours to do, and it was worth it. I am so happy with how this looks. It's not going to be to everyone's tastes, but I just think it looks amazing. I seriously do. I think it looks fantastic. Epic! What an epic start to the ruined base right here, with a massive ruined wall making its way right the way around. And now all of a sudden it looks nothing like False Symmetry's donuts, which is absolutely fantastic. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some extra ruined sections. I want to add in some leaves making their way down here and make it look nice and overgrown, and then we can start work on the first layer in this place. So I've decided to fly a little ways away from the base. The drone is just off over there, and I have got 7 sets of shears on me. So we've got quite a lot of shears here, and I'm just going to go to town on all of these trees. Hopefully by the end of this one, there will just be a bunch of wooden sticks sticking up from the dirt. That's the plan anyway. We're going to completely deforest this place, get ourselves tons upon tons of leaf blocks, so that we can use them throughout this entire build. I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is hilariously good fun. This is so much fun. This is almost better than Instamine with a diamond pickaxe. I actually can't tell which one I prefer. Now, I don't know why, but I sort of expected the shears to do a little bit more than they have done. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of, I didn't look, I hadn't looked yet. I do have a lot of bushes, wow. We've got 18, 20, 21 stacks, 23 stacks of leaves. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think we've done a pretty good job there. Let's take off and we'll see what this place looks like from above. I just want to see if we've created like a decent sized deforestation area. No, not at all. 7 sets of shears, and it created that tiny little patch right there. Maybe one day we're just going to have to head off with a set of shears and just go to town with them, because I think it would be really funny to see just an entire area of little sticks standing up like that. But anyway, I have now got to navigate my way back over to my base. I have no clue where it is. The Blood Games was off in that direction, so I think, yes, there is the giant spoons and everything like that. And I guess we can start chucking these around inside all of the walls and basically try our best to make this look as overgrown as possible. So the first layer is done, and it has been so long since I have done this. It has been so long, and I've totally lost my touch. I tried to do the top section right there, as you can see, but then I instantly fell off. So I guess I'm gonna have to use the fireworks. We're gonna have to pop up to the top, and then I guess work downwards from up on the half slabs. I guess that's probably a good way to do this. Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Right. So on this side, I have gone for like a slightly more minimal sort of style. So in this quarter right here, for the rest of it, I sort of went crazy with the leaves. And I don't know, I really don't know which one I prefer. So I'm just going to have to ask for for your help on this one, because yeah, I need a hand. So let me know down in the comment section what you prefer here. I feel like that looks a little bit more natural, maybe. But this kind of looks cooler. Maybe. I've been playing Minecraft for a very, very long time indeed today, so things just start to blur into one another. So yeah, as I say, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. That really will help me out, and then of course I will adjust it accordingly. But now it is time to actually start work on our first layer. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, the way that the layers are going to work is we're going to have one ring going around like this. Now, it's probably going to be about this far away from that main wall, and then we're going to have a platform that comes out to this point, and then we're going to have another hole which drops down another 15 blocks, and then another platform just like that, and then a final hole dropping right the way down into the center. And I have no idea what's going to go in the final hole. I think maybe a beacon would probably be a good idea, but that is way off in the future. For now, we need to draw out the circle and then start filling in this area with the blocks that we're going to be using for the platform. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, our central circle has been completed. We have 9 blocks between this zone right here and this zone right here, which I would say is just about enough. It doesn't look too cramped. I'd say it looks pretty cool, but I guess we will find that out by heading up to the top with the fireworks, if we can actually manage to take off. There we go. And let's see how this thing looks from above. Cool. I got a little bit worried then, because it definitely looked really quite wonky. But this looks good. Now, I am going to have to double check the measurements, because it definitely looks slightly off, to be honest with you. But no, this is an awesome looking build. So that is going to be the size of the inner circle, and then on the inside of that one, as you can see right there, I've left down a slab. That is going to be the size of the very inner circle, and that's going to be quite a small little one. It's going to make its way around just like this, but that is going to be going right the way down, pretty much all the way down to bedrock. So now I am just in the process of filling in the surrounding area with gravel, apparently, but I'm meant to be filling it in with grass. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to surround all of this grass with dirt, and then in theory, because so much grass is dotted around, and we've got like long strips of it making their way all the way around the entire circle, all of that grass should spread to all of the adjacent dirt blocks, and then we should get a full set of grass really quickly. So this entire area, this entire ring that I've just cleared out, should be completely covered in grass, meaning that we can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. I am getting a tiny bit on the concern side, because I seem to be running pretty low on dirt. We're only about halfway round, and I've used pretty much my entire inventory. This is not good. And I don't think that anyone on the Hermitcraft server actually sells dirt. Maybe TFC, but I don't think so. I think it's only stone. Finally, we are making our way around. We have just enough dirt in the inventory right here. And as you can probably tell, this is where I started. And all of the grass is pretty much spread to all of the edges. So we are going to have a completely green area in this space very shortly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop up to my base. I'm going to grab myself some bones, craft up some bone meal, and then we can make this area really pretty and fill it in with trees, long grass, all of the flowers and everything like that. It should end up looking pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this really satisfying time lapse of all of the grass spreading throughout the first layer right here. Or at least it would be really satisfying if my hard drive hadn't run out of memory. It was a nice idea, wasn't it? I thought that was going to be lovely, but now it's just really annoying. Anyway, I thought I'd leave it in because I'm sure it's going to frustrate all of you. Now, I sort of concluded that trees probably weren't going to fit in this area right here. I mean, I could have maybe 1 or 2 oak trees, but I didn't really think it fitted in with the style that I was going to be going for. So instead, I'm just going to be bone mealing the place. And you know what? I'm sort of humming and hawing about having flowers. I might actually do a bit of an Iskall maneuver here and remove all of the flowers, because he has got a point. There is something quite nice about just having long grass. None of the flowers, none of that sort of distraction. Yep. I feel like that definitely suits the build a lot better. And I think we should also punch out some of this. Once again, pull a bit of an Iskall maneuver. And sort of, I don't know, thin out all of the long grass here. Because it can look just a tiny bit overwhelming when you have all of this going around. So yeah, I think I'm going to be extra specially careful with this one. I'm going to make sure that I don't have too much long grass. And I'm also going to make sure that there are no flowers whatsoever. Because yeah, we don't want those. This started off as me being an absolute perfectionist. I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted to make sure that, you know, I really thought about what bone meal I was breaking. And then I realised the size of this thing, and now I'm just sort of running about punching randomly, hoping to get rid of flowers. I think flowers are the main thing here. They're going to be the most noticeable. But as far as bone meal is concerned, I mean, you know, who's actually going to notice that sort of thing? I did try placing in a tree, but unfortunately it looked terrible. I actually looked at it from above, and it just didn't look right. It didn't look like it fitted in whatsoever. But I'm going to try my best to get airborne right here, which can be a bit of a struggle. But we've just about managed to do it, because if we take a look at this thing from above, look how cool that looks. I mean, seriously, it looks amazing. And if we take a look at it from the drone, it looks just as cool. Now, I have to say, when I first built this thing, I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to fit in with everything that I have going on in the base. And to a certain extent, that is true. I mean, it doesn't really fit in with the industrial district, but because we have the grass going on, it almost looks like a piece of nature. It's fantastic. Right. Okay, so this thing is coming together really quite nicely, but as you can see, we've got this massive area in the center right here, which is really quite ugly. And we have got to punch all of that out. We've got to clear out this entire space, and we're going to knock it down to where the second layer is going to be going. But before we begin, it wouldn't be a mumbo jumbo video without some form of mending session. Actually, I'm doing this all wrong. I need to make sure that I've got my armor off, otherwise that's getting all the mending. Waste of time. Now, the good thing about this central circle right here is, even though the diameter is only 20 blocks smaller, the circle on the outside is 55 blocks in diameter. This one is 35 in diameter, which is, on the face of it, you would think, oh, the circle in the center has probably got an area of just over half. But no, it's actually got an area of around about 1/3 of the size of this one. So to mine out 15 blocks down for this central circle right here should in theory take 1/3 of the length of time that it took to mine out this massive area, which is definitely good news to me. Now, I've done one layer of 3 blocks, and yeah, it did feel significantly quicker. So I'm going to try my best to absolutely fly through this thing and clear out all of the blocks really nice and quickly. another fairly monstrous time lapse then. We did 150 gigabytes worth of footage right there, which is just completely ridiculous. I'm so glad I've got a large recording drive because I think this episode in total is probably about half a terabyte now. But this is what the place looks like. So as you can see, we have got a 15 block drop. Let's just quickly make sure that it is 15 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Fantastic. Alright, so we have got 15 blocks dropping down in the center of our massive circle right here. And I have to say, first impressions, that was a really smooth takeoff. First impressions of this thing are very positive. Yep, that looks totally awesome. That genuinely looks really, really cool. I'm going to head over to the drone and we're going to take a look at it from up here and see exactly how it looks from the tippity top of my base. That's so cool. Oh. What an awesome addition to my base area. Already, this thing is looking fantastic. And it is only going to get better with time. Amazing. Right, fantastic. That thing is now done for the time being. I'm not going to be working on this at all for the rest of today's episode because I have probably I've put a large number of hours into this thing, and I think it definitely shows in today's episode. I'm really proud of today's episode, but I think now I'm actually going to do a real quick AFK session, either at the mob farm or over at the AFK fish farm. You know what? I think I'm going to do it over at the AFK fish farm. Hopefully we can get some slime balls as well. And we're back on the server. Now, I seem to have 75 levels, which means that things have probably gone really quite well. Also, I, of course, have been AFKing over the slime farm, so I suppose we should probably start things off by checking out how many slime blocks we've managed to get. And already, that isn't actually a very good sign. I didn't realise that slimes could spawn in there, and once a slime spawns, it doesn't despawn until you unload it. So if there's loads of slimes in there, that will really affect the efficiency of my slime chunk right here. But anyway, let's take a closer look. So we still have all of these chests filled, but oh my word! What? We have got about 3.5 rows of our ridiculous storage system filled in. That's insane! And by the sounds of things, we also have quite a few zombies that have spawned over here as well. But that is totally bonkers. Okay, so that's a really, really good start. Let's head over to the AFK fish farm dropping area and see what we've managed to do over there. And go. Alright, okay, so we have got a handful more books. For some reason, I'm getting some serious lag spikes at this point in time. We're down to like we're down to 30 frames a second. But as you can see, the AFK fish farm has actually filled up and broken. Diamonds? You can get diamonds now! No, surely not. That cannot be right. Diamonds from the AFK fish farm? Are you insane? Is that like a new thing? There seems to be a lot of diamonds in here. Oh my word! I need to see this. I need to see it. Oh, there was no diamonds in that one. But still, we had like... I don't know, is someone on the Hermitcraft server just messing with us, putting diamonds in occasionally? That seems too good to be true. Let me know down in the comment section if that is the case. There does seem to be quite a few of them, so I don't know. I really, really don't know. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.